Hey guys, this is Undercover Dudes all the way from Down Under, and today I have a first look gameplay at Black Squad, a new free-to-play first-person shooter. Now, Black Squad is a game that has been on my radar for quite a long time, and overall, I am really impressed with this game. It doesn't try to go and reinvent the wheel. A lot of people have been saying it is a quote-unquote generic game, and I can go and see where people are coming from, but Black Squad is not a game that tries to go and reinvent the wheel. It just tries to go and give a solid, free-to-play military first-person shooter experience, and it definitely goes and does that. So we have quite a lot to talk about. I'm going to go and give you guys a little bit of gameplay, and then after that, I will definitely go into the shop and show you guys around, show you with the weapons and whatnot. But as you can see, the first thing which is really apparent is the time to kill in this game is nutty. It's really quick to go and kill people. Very quick indeed. And the best thing to go and do is obviously aim for those headshots. The grenades, they do a heck of a lot of damage as well. And so it can be really easy to go and dominate your opponents if you can go and hit your shots correctly. As you can see, I'm playing quite a bit aggressive. I think there's a guy that's going to come through here. Just going to jump across. I know there's a guy there because I checked my radar. When people go and fire with an unsuppressed weapon, in the top left-hand corner, they flash on the radar. So it's really easy just to go and predict when an enemy is going to come around a corner and whatnot, is because you can just see them a few seconds before. So that's why I'm just pre-firing and really getting ready for my opponents before they even go and show up. So I saw this guy on the radar, and then I can just pre-fire around here and hopefully try to take him out. He might be going around this side, and there he goes. Got no ammo, but let's swap over to this weapon, the default weapon, the TAR 21. Not too bad of a weapon. I've got 3 HP, so hopefully I can try to go and maybe chuck a smoke grenade on there, try to do a bit of a ninja. Maybe he can just run right past me, try to go and maximize my life right here. And he's not biting, but now he is, and I'll take him out. Absolutely no recoil in this gun, however, the ammo count is a little bit low, and I get shot directly in the back by a camper. But as you can see, really fast time to kill, and that's something that I like. It has that Counter-Strike Global Offensive vibe, but it's a bit more, you know, Korean first-person shooter. Like, it has that more of a generic vibe. But that isn't necessarily a bad thing, because a lot of people like this style of gameplay, and I definitely do as well. Now, having a look at the graphics, the game looks like a 2014 game. There's no doubts about it. This game, it's not a bad-looking game by any stretch of the word. But overall, the graphics department, it doesn't go and shine in comparison to a lot of other games. But if we go into our settings real quick, you can see that I've got everything on low. If I bumped it up to, let's go and bump it up to Ultra, shall we? If I bump it up to Ultra, there is a little bit of an increase in quality and whatnot. The map becomes a little bit darker, a little bit more cinematic and whatnot. But overall, it dips the frame rate a little bit. Not too much, obviously. It's only, 20 or 30 frames per second different. But I'm a guy, I've got a 144Hz monitor. I want to go and maximize every bit of my purchase. And that's exactly what I'm going to be doing after I go and die. But this guy's got no idea. He's got no idea I'm just shooting him just the side of the head. But there I go and get taken down. So let's go back to low how I was before. And we'll go and talk about something else. Let's go and talk about the weapons. So the weapons in Black Squad, as you can see, I'm using the Type 95 Chrome. This is a beta exclusive weapon. And it's a gun that is quite effective. In Black Squad, there is a variety of weapons, but realistically, there is only a very small pool which is actually viable to go and use. And that's a little bit disappointing, but, in a casual environment, you could definitely go and use a lot of the weapons, but the Type 95, along with another weapon I have, which is a sniper rifle, the Blazier, I believe, very viable sniper rifle. There's a few, like a small pool of guns that are really good, and the rest are, kind of average. It feels, again, like Counter-Strike. A lot of people use the AK-47 and the M4, and then the rest of the weapons kind of get put to the wayside. It's kind of that type of feeling. Now, with the weapons, I'll go and show you guys later on how the renting scheme goes and works. But it's not really a renting scheme. Because what happens is you can go and buy your weapons for permanent. And the way you go and buy your weapons for permanent is through in-game currency, which you can go and earn from matches, you can go and earn from logging in, you can go and earn from playing a certain amount of time. But you can also go and buy with real life currency, and that's quite nice. And in the end of it, you're not paying for an advantage. That guy failed the jump. I did not. Let's peek around here. Go on the outside. This is kind of neat. And go and take that guy out. What's he got? I can't even... Oh, there we go. Let's pick up the MSR and have a look. One of the sniper rifles in the game. One shot, one kill. And the thing is, with this game, look how fast the movement speed is while scoping. And that's with the Type 95 Chrome as well. The movement speed while walking... Oh, that guy got tagged. Is insanely fast. And it feels really like Counter-Strike Global Offensive, like pre-nerf sniper rifle Counter-Strike Global Offensive. And I'm quite happy for that because that means a lot of peeking, which I'm very, very fond of. But I'm going to get detonated by that nade. No, I'm not. The collateral, the guys at the back of the map. Oh, I'm whiffing shots left, right, and center. What's this guy doing? Oh, no, I got absolutely destroyed. Okay, back in the Type 95. As you can see, the move speed is really, really, really quick. And let's go and talk about something a little bit negative. I had a little bit of a negative with the weapons before, but one of the big negatives, in my opinion, is the maps and modes. This map, you guys have seen it for, you know, the 7 minutes of this gameplay and whatever previous videos you might have watched of this game. And it's not very inventive. The map layout is kind of boring. And that's probably the game's biggest downfall. The maps are really boring in Team Deathmatch. They feel extremely, extremely like a Korean first-person shooter. Basically down to a T. The reason why is because this is simply just a port from the Korean version, but nevertheless, I really did want some of those more upbeat maps, a bit more detail into the Team Deathmatch mode. When you go into Demolition, then there's absolutely no problem because Demolition's a mode which is bomb defusal. And that has quite a lot of nice maps, a little bit more detail. But for Team Deathmatch, which is predominantly what I play, and another mode called Demolition, which is basically an all-out frenzy. It is absolutely insane. I'll show you guys later. That is, the maps are kind of uninspired. I went 23 and 10 in that game, not too bad. But as you can see, I got 832 gold and I got 630 experience. Overall, that really wasn't that much. Okay, so now we're out of the game and I just wanted to go and quickly talk about the infrastructure for Black Squad. So if we go right back to the start, as you can see, we can go and pick our server, EU, NA, or South America. I am playing on the North American server, getting like a 260, 250 ping, but overall, the hit registration is decent, as you can see from that gameplay. I was, you know, teleporting once in a while, but overall, the hit registration was A-okay, and so, you know, quite decent to go and play from an Australian perspective. If we go into the channel, you can go and see Quick Match, you can play Deathmatch, Demolition, 8v8 5v5, which is basically the bomb diffuser mode for this game, Assassination, or Battle Match. Battle Match is like this all-out frenzy. I have to go and show you guys a little bit later on. And then you have Assassination, which is a really kind of poor VIP mode. The map on this one, extremely, extremely poor. But with that said, Deathmatch, Demolition, and Battle Match, you know, those are the ways to go. So let's go into the shop and the inventory, and I'll go and talk about this really quickly. So if you go into the shop right now, you can see I have 52,000 gold. In order to go and buy a permanent weapon, you have to get like 96,000 for the Chris, and you know, for the Scar, you have to get 120,000. But in that gameplay just I showed you then, I only got like 600 gold. You guys would be thinking, how do you go and get the gold in game? Well, to go and get the gold in order to go and buy these weapons, you do it through logging in. When you go and log in every single day, you get 15,000 gold. Like, if you log in for a whole week, you get a ton of gold. That's like basically a permanent weapon. So the game really encourages you to go and log in, but it also encourages you to go and play. The more hours you put into the game, the more gold you'll go and get. So as you can see, I've put 2 hours, I get 15,000 gold. But if I get 10 hours, I get this one, this one, this one, this, and this one. So 30,000 plus, so 45,000. It all adds up and you get a ton of gold by just playing the game and logging in as well. So if we go into the shop, for weapons, you can go buy them for permanent with in-game currency. And that's all I really wanted to go and say on that behalf. If you go and have a look at, you know, the metal shop and whatnot, and you can go and buy reskins and whatnot with real life currency, but they're just reskins. Like, you have a look at this G3060E L Uri Desert. It, you know, it has power, 35, 61 range, 65 rate of fire. You go into the shop, we'll find the G36E, just type in G36. And as you can see, it has exactly the same stats. So, you know, overall, I like reskins. If people want to go and spend their money on that, you can go and do it. It's a little bit expensive, to be perfectly honest, but you know what? People can go and spend their money exactly how they like. Now, I completely forgot that you guys might be asking, how do I have so many weapons from the very start? With a Type 95 Chrome here, it was because I was a closed beta tester, and everybody, when you first log in, you get 200,000 gold, and I personally decided to go and use that money on buying a sniper rifle, 120,000, the Blazer R93. But with that said, you also have some default weapons, and the default weapons in this game actually aren't too bad. The MP7A1 is actually really decent if you can go and hit like the upper chest to the head area. It does quite a lot of damage, and if you scroll all the way down to the bottom, we have the M11K1, a semi-automatic sniper rifle, and the TAR-21 as well. So with that said, you can play around with like 4 to 5 weapons if you go and manage your gold correctly from the very start. But with that said, there is also some DLC packages, free DLC packages on the Steam page, and if you go and activate those, you can go and get a ton of 15-day weapons that you can go and play around with. So I've already gone and activated one. It's basically in my inventory. I can go and receive the item whenever I want. But I've got the shotgun here. I've got another assault rifle. I've got quite a few assault rifles. I've got a machine gun, a sniper rifle. And whenever I want to go and play with those weapons, I can go and activate that whenever I want. So with that said, they give you quite a lot of stuff to go and play around with, but in order to go and get the weapons permanently, you've got to go and grind out the game a little bit, which is, you know, a bit of a bad and a good thing in the end of it, because it's a free-to-play game, and they want you guys to go and pay money in order to go and just kind of hop that obstacle, and so you don't have to grind in order to go and get the weapons that you want to go and play with. So with that said, let's go into another match, and we can go and play around with a really cool mode. It's overall, the map is boring, but the mode is cool. Definitely cool. So we'll hop into that and I'll show you guys it. Okay, so now we have the battle match mode, and as you can see, it says select your class: assault, support, command, or recon. Now this goes and gives more of a Call of Duty vibe, and so with assault you can go and get these kill streaks and whatnot, but they're not really kill streaks. You just go and get kills, and then eventually you get points, and then you can go and cash them in for these rewards. So I'm gonna go with the assault because it's probably one of the, you know, the more effective ones. It's got a lot of power behind it, but with that said, all of them have their own perks. So we're gonna go with assault. We're going to go into play, and as you can see in the bottom left-hand corner, I have currently 618 points. You guys might not be able to go and see it. But I can go and cash that in right now for, let's say, an M32 grenade launcher. The grenade launcher isn't necessarily overpowered, but it does a little bit of damage, and it's good for crowd control, and you can go and use it against your opponents like this. You can just fire grenades and whatnot. You can do a little bit of damage. So let's go and swap back to this gun, because this is not especially what I want to be playing with right now. Just did for demonstrative purposes. If I could maybe hit my shots, that'd be nice. But this game mode is really weird. See these crates? So basically what you have to do, this is my crate. You go up to them and you knife them, and you go and get points for your team. And I'll try to sneak in. So I've got that actual smoke grenade did well. And so I start knifing, it has destruction points. And eventually, that will go and die. And so that's what everybody's doing. They have to go and put their bodies on the line in order to go and kill these crates. But me, I'm more of a fragger player. So I'm just gonna sit here, and I'm just gonna go, just wait for that guy to peek out. There he goes. Where is he? And now I'm gonna go shoot him in the head and try to go and get some kills. This mode you can get some massive streaks on. But, bit of a longer respawn timer. And that's basically the mode. You knife them, and then you go and get points. So, for some people, it may not be interesting. Overall, I don't like the whole, you know, knifing thing, but it's a bit of a twist of a mode that realistically we haven't seen that. Like, it's kind of a headquarters type mode from Call of Duty, but it's kind of mixed up a little bit. I just like it because there's like 32 people in the mode, and I can just run around and keep killing people. So I'm really happy for that. So that guy's going and he's knifing. So what I'm going to go and do, I'm just going to sneak right behind him. The knife's a one-shot, one kill in this game if you're right-clicking. If you're left-clicking, I think it's 2 hit. But right-click to the front, to the back, to the whatever, it's a one-shot, one kill. So I'm just... Oh, that Claymore absolutely destroyed me. You have to be very careful. But if I get enough points for that, like that Hellpike, for example, that's a little bit of like an airstrike type thing, and it can go and really change up the game. I'm really, really impressed with the fact that you have a crosshair customizer without going and paying for it. It's all right here. You have an FOV slider, and you guys, if you put it on like 61, like, oh my god, oh, bleh, bleh. Chuck that right back, holy. Disgusting. Back to 80 we go. And you have left-handed, you have right-handed. You can hold the aim if you want as well. I don't know. It's got a lot of features, and yes, it is, you know, just a port of the Korean version. But I like how smooth the game is. A lot of people playing it. There's a lot of hype behind it, and overall, I'd love to see a little bit of an esports scene behind this game as well. But with that said, I think that is all I have to go and talk about for today. If you guys want to go and see more gameplays like this, make sure to go and, you know, chuck a like rating. Or, before that, let's go and use the Hellpike, and hopefully we can go and get a kill. So the Hellpike is this massive airstrikey thing that I talked about before. We'll get right on top of the building. I know the exact spot to go and use it. Oh, not there. Oh, I pulled out the knife. That was really bad. I know the exact spot to go and use it, because there's always people on that ledge where I was looking before, when I was going and hitting the enemies. I got the exact spot. So let's go and whip this baby out. Oh, but let's put it right here. Let's put it right here. Anybody gonna go there? Oh, walk into it, my friend. Walk into it, my friend. Hey, there you go. I got 2. Oh, no, I got the sentry gun. Oh, I got 3. Let's go. I got 2, and I got the sentry gun. All worth, in my opinion. And now I'm right behind him. Oh, I got another one. Did I get something? I don't know. I can't hit people for shit, but I'm getting detonated by nades. It's absolute chaos. Absolute chaos. And that is what this mode goes and entails. Absolute chaos. 70,000 points is a way to go and answer. A little bit far away, so I might have to go and cut this a little bit short. But swapping between the weapons, going and, you know, walking around, having these abilities and whatnot, I have no problem with this game at all. It does have that generic vibe, but a lot of people like that. I personally like that. A lot of people don't like that. I saw Size Syndicate go and put out a video where he basically just roasted the game because it was quote-unquote generic and free-to-play, which free-to-play is not a bad thing. And when it's done in a good way like this, where it's no pay-to-win, there's no harm done by it. It's not the best game in the world. It's not it's not a great game, but overall, it's a game that a lot of people will enjoy, and I am one included. But with that said, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to go and give it a like rating. But other than that, it's Undercover Dudes, all the way from down under, out.